So let us talk about how to ace the first semester of Masters in Economics course. Now, it could be any college. It could be D School, ISI, JNU, IGIDR, or any other good college. The story remains more or less same. But I want you to start with why exactly you are here. Why you are here? Why you are here? Why are you in D School? Why are you in JNU or ISI? Or anything? You should know your focus. You should know that you worked very hard to get in here. And for the next 2 years, you should be also working very hard to get a good job or a good academic placement. So don't just waste your time in having all fun there, because all of these colleges are also going to provide you with so many opportunities of having fun. And I'm not saying they don't have fun. So you need to have uh, memories of your good college life. But yes, it will make you a better person. So it is going to make you work very hard, and it's a good place and a very tough place. But it is going to make you a better person for sure. Right. So we know this, that when you will look at the question paper, sometimes it looks like how will you ever solve it? But slowly, when you will start writing it out, you will be able to get answers. You will be able to do it well. But for that, you need to work very hard throughout the semester also. So I just want you to focus on the very first day itself. That why are you here? Are you here for a good job? Are you here for a good academic placement? You are here for what? But for everything, whether it is in D School, ISI, I mean, I'm talking in general about D School, but I'm sure it is true for any other good college also. So, um, whether it is D School or anything, I mean, these you will have to work very hard throughout the semester. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So, try to give more time to your studies. Have your own hobby also side by side, but you will have to give a lot of time to your studies. One more thing which I want to tell you is that try to take this college. So when I say this college, I mean D School. But again, I'm repeating this. This is true for any other good college also. Try to take your master's program as a job. So try to think it like this, that you are going for a job in the morning and you'll be coming in the evening only after the job is completed. Say maybe your classes will get over by around 3 p.m., 4 p.m. But don't just waste your time. Go into Ratan Tata Library, study there. It's an AC library. It's a good library. You can make your notes there. There's good Wi-Fi connection. So use all of that. Um, Whether you are in D School, ISI, JNU, use that time to study. I'll be telling you about other things also as I'll move on. But I just want to make this thing very clear in your mind. Don't think it will be like a university exam. You will have to study throughout the semester, right? And because I cannot put this in words how important it is to get good marks, because those marks are the only criteria through which you are going to signal to the market that you are hardworking. Your prospective employers, they don't know anything about why, how, whether you are hardworking or not. They will only think about, they will only make a judgment about that looking at your marks and the questions which they're going to ask in the interview. Right? So now let me take you to all the three main subjects which they're going to teach and how to tackle each of them brilliantly. So there are three core papers. One is microeconomic theory. So it will be an extension of what you have studied in for the entrance preparation. Then you have introductory mathematical economics. There is nothing introductory about it. So you have almost three or four papers combined in this. And you have statistics and econometrics. It's almost complete statistics and econometrics. So don't think you just have three papers. Maybe this year they will introduce the another one also, but these three are also enough. In some colleges, they can be 4 papers or 5 papers whatsoever. But I know about D-School, around even these three papers are enough to keep you very busy throughout the semester, right? So let us look at each paper, how you should be tackling each paper now. Let us talk about microeconomic theory. Guys, you need to understand one thing. If you look at what you studied in class 12, you had consumer theory, producer theory, markets also in class 12. You studied the same thing in college also, in economics honors also. But the presentation of the material was more detailed. So there was a lot of maths which was involved in economics honors. Now, when you go to the master's course, so don't think they won't teach you something else. They will be looking at consumer theory only. They will be looking at producer theory, markets, etc. Everything the same thing, but in a more mathematical fashion. Now, more than solving numericals, also they will be doing a lot of proofs. So there is a mathematical exposition which is going to come. So that's a more matured way of presenting the material, and this is what they're going to do. This is what they are going to teach you, right? So you will be looking at things more mathematically now, and you should be very well comfortable with that. Very well comfortable. So I don't think in your paper they're going to give you any theory questions. So by theory, they would mean proofs, right? So they will be giving you mainly numerical problems to solve and proofs if they want to. Then the next question which is going to arise is, are they going to give you the same question which they will be doing in the class? Not necessarily, but every professor has his own way of asking questions in the paper and presenting it in the class. So don't think that just because the same professor is going to teach you, he will be doing the exact question in the class. That's not the way it goes like that, right? So how it goes is they will be presenting the material to you, and they might give you anything related to that. So how will you know what is the professor's thinking around it? So they will be also giving you some problem sets. Now those problem sets are not to be kept in your pocket and to be done just one day before the exam. You will not be able to do it then, right? So what you should be rather doing is, the moment problem set is handed over to you, try to think about the problem. Try to think about the solution. Have a group of 3 or 4 good friends who can solve things together, right? I'll be talking about making friends also. So just wait for a while. So have a group of 3, 4 good friends who will be making notes together, who will be solving questions together. And where will you get questions? They must have prescribed some textbook to you, right? First thing, do examples of those textbooks, right? Second thing, do back questions of those textbooks. Now, there can be few textbooks whose back questions are going to be very difficult, but it can't be that all back questions are difficult. At least do the simpler ones. So if they have done a topic, mind you that you have to do at least 10 to 15 back problems or numerical problems related to that. But don't go haywire. But don't go it like you are looking for anything and everywhere. No. I mean, just stick to the text which they have given you. Because otherwise, there is the entire internet. From where will you search? What will you search? So the best is stick to the text which they have given. Try to do back questions and try to do the material which they are doing it in the class first. You have to understand the material well. So it is not a rote method of learning which is going to be useful anymore, because that is not necessarily what they're going to what they're going to teach you in the class. They're going to exactly ask the same thing in the paper. No, they can ask you anything. But having said that, you can't also prepare anything beyond a textbook. There's no need. Also, you don't have time. Also, so please do your textbook very well, whatever they are going to prescribe. Because if they prescribe you one textbook, uh, you should know that there is some affinity of uh, professors thinking around that textbook, right? So something from that book is going to be there in the paper, right? So make sure that you understand that book well, right? And past years. Now in D school, what I've seen is that in case of the professor is going to change, then I don't know how far those past years are going to be relevant. But still, even if the professor has changed, but the topic will remain more or less same, no? So you can at least try the question. And one more thing. This is very important and I want to bring it up. Stay away from negative persons. Do not ask anyone and everyone how to study, how to make notes, as if you don't know how to study, as if you don't know how to make notes. You have just cleared entrance without making notes or without studying. It is not possible, right? So if you are here, you have proved yourself that you are a good student. You can do well. Don't ask everyone, because sometimes there is a tendency that people might make fun. People might discourage you. Oh, this is a very difficult place. I'm also telling you this is a difficult place, but I'm not telling you it is an impossible place. You can do well, provided you study. Of course, there is there is a caveat here. Provided you study and you study well, then you can do it. Don't be like that you're the person who's just opened up the reading or you're just looking at it. Write something, understand something. I cannot overemphasize the importance of making notes. It will be very helpful to you. And I think in the reading list, professors also tell you these are the core readings and these are the additional readings. Pehle complete up your core readings. If you have time, then you go to the additional readings because itna time nahi hota in semester. So I am telling all this because these are the questions which I tell individually to everyone. Let me just put it there. It is not difficult. There's no rocket science in making notes. There is no rocket science. Even you can do rocket science. Why not? Right? I mean, you guys can do anything if you put your mind onto that. There is nothing. No, there's no difficulty. But you can make an easy thing difficult if you try to play with the D-school system. Don't play with the system there. So system says you go back home, make notes, or you sit in the library, make notes. These are the unsaid things which system is telling you. System is telling you, come to the class daily. It doesn't matter class is full. It doesn't matter you don't have place to sit. It doesn't matter you can't ask many questions there in that class. It also doesn't matter that if you are not getting anything in the first go, but you still have to attend the class, right? Because to understand what they are teaching on your own will be difficult. So it is better to do that in the class itself. And if you will take this as a job, nothing will feel like, oh, it is a burden. You are not doing any kind of service to anyone, neither to your parents, nor to college, nor to anyone, only to yourself. By doing this well, you will get good job, you will get a good academic placement, and you have a respectable tag on your chest for life. So do it well, right? That is one thing. Okay, and stay away from negative persons. I don't know, how many times I have to repeat this. Do not ask everyone how to study, how to study, how to study. Bhaiya, you know how to study. Go and make notes. Whatever they teach you. Acha, professors, they might give, they will give just a hint in the class, but you should have a mind to pick up those hints. That what is important, what is not important. Sometimes in D school, in case of the professor tells you, oh, I'm just doing this for the sake of completeness. Please do that. Please do that. They might ask you, right? So sometimes this might also happen that they will give you a question in the midterm, and that is a very difficult question which nobody was able to solve. And you think, oh, this is a difficult question. They will not ask the same question in the paper. You will see the same question in the final also. So don't get into that trap. Even midterm has to be solved again. Even your own midterm has to be solved again, right? But everything is doable if you want to do it. And all of you can do it, right? So, and this is true for, I'm sure, for ISI, IGIDR, Hyderabad, Oakley, anywhere, wherever you go. So you will have to make notes. And if you get time apart from your studies, you can definitely join some course. Like, for example, you might join some data analytics course, right? You might join some language course. Language courses in Python or R. Don't think that AI will be able to do it. Of course, AI will be able to do it, but you should know how to do that first. Then only you can tell AI, okay, you do that. So that is there. So then you have what? Then you have one more thing, which again, I tell you, is keep on revising your stuff at least every Saturday or Sunday, because the moment midterms are going to start, you will not even come to know when the entire time is going to pass. And I cannot repeat this point again and again. This is true for any college, whether you are in IGIDR or ISI or wherever, right? This is true for any college. So now let us look at for the second paper, how to go. Now let us talk about introductory mathematical economics. Now there is nothing introductory about it, at least as I felt that. So there are different parts to this subject. One, there was real analysis, linear algebra, static optimization, and dynamic optimization. So you look at this, you will have to do these papers in this mathematical economics course. Real analysis and linear algebra. Now this is going to be the language in which they're going to teach you everything. So this will also include sequences and series. So you can have look at few books. For example, I think Rudin, Bartle and Sherbert for real analysis. For linear algebra, there's one good book, Hoffman and Kuhn's, or linear algebra done wrong. So maybe you can start reading about these books uh, even beforehand. Static optimization also, your and static optimization is basically in very simple terms Lagrange, and but they will also take it to the inequality constraint problem, Kuhn-Tucker, right? And this will also include your comparative statics, implicit function theorem, all those problems. Right? So maybe you can look at Salmon and Bloom and start looking at that book, but don't be overwhelmed, I'm saying. But there is no harm in doing some part of linear algebra. If you're prepared for the entrance and you've made notes for that, that's very good. Uh, Otherwise, just make notes of real analysis and linear algebra, right? Make notes of real analysis and linear algebra. That will be very good for you. The other thing is your dynamic optimization. Now, this is differential equations part. So it will also include optimal control theory. I don't know whether they're going to teach you in this semester or in some other paper. In our time, these were the 4 parts which were taught: real analysis, linear algebra, static and dynamic optimization. So uh, what also I have seen is as a trend there, this may not be true, but that's what my experience was, that teachers who are going to teach you very difficult stuff might give you a little easier paper. By easier paper doesn't mean that you don't work, right? But those whom you have never expected will give you a difficult paper, will give you a very difficult paper. So that can also happen. So be very ready with there. One more thing I would want to tell is try to be in good books of your professors. You're going anywhere. Because one, these professors are the one who are going to grade you, right? And secondly, these are the only professors who are going to write recommendations for you if you want to go abroad to study further for your PhD or anything, any kind of recommendation. So they are the only ones. And uh, they have to be respected for their job. They are so focused in their own subject. You have to respect for that. You don't even know the names of those many books which they have studied. हमको माइक्रो की कितनी बुक्स पता होंगी, but they must, the person who's going to teach you micro would know almost 100 books there in these colleges, whosoever is going to teach you micro or maths or anywhere. So be respectful of that. If you ask any doubt from your professor, be very, very respectful. So one, you are respecting the subject also in that fashion while doing so. So at least don't try to show them that you know it all. You won't, right? Those professors are gods. They know their stuff very well. So I had the privilege of being taught by some of the brightest minds, and I know you guys also have that privilege. And but maths really, I would want you to be prepared beforehand also, because there's so much of things to be completed in maths. And you know what I mean, if you look at it carefully, um, why not to do it this way? Let's say for static optimization. So I'm telling you beforehand that there is going to be the question on implicit function theorem. There is going to be the question on Kuhn-Tucker. So when they teach you, just ask them. So from where can I practice more? Ask them only. The person who is teaching you, ask them only. So maybe I think for static optimization, they're going to use Rangarajan. So just do back questions of Rangarajan maybe. And you will know how to present the material. You will know how to tackle that. Similarly with dynamic optimization, I think for dynamic optimization, they used Chiang ka differential equations value, not the static optimization. So that was there. And then comes statistics and econometrics. So this is a complete course on stats and econometrics. So in stats, they'll be teaching you probability distribution, maximum likelihood estimator, different kinds of estimators. So all of that they're going to teach you. So I think there was a book which was devoid, right? So that book could be done for that. And I'm sure they will be also doing the same book. But depends on the professor who's going to teach you. So the best person to ask is the professor only who is teaching you how to go about it. But you will also have to do back questions. You will have to do problem sets, right? And in the case of the problem arises, you can go to the tutor there who's going to take your tutes or professors. And then you also have complete econometrics course in this. I think they will be teaching you till autocorrelation, but they can also teach a matrix formulation of the same problems, right? So I think Gujarati is good enough. Complete book. They might also take up simultaneous equation problem in this semester only. So it all depends on the examiner or on the professor how much they want to cover in one subject. But initially, you can start with maths. Right? So that is, we have a good hold on maths. That is very important, and be away from anyone who is telling you, "Oh, this is very difficult. It can't be done." Why can't it be done? It is done by hundreds of students every year. Why can't it be done by you? It will be done by you once. But the point is that you will have to work hard. Whether you have prepared earlier or not, or whatsoever, for everyone it is same. Everyone has to prepare very. And I am also telling you, there will be days when you will feel, oh, this is a very difficult place. Any place, I mean, school, IGIDR, any place. You might think, oh, where have I come? It is a very difficult place. No, it is not. You will be able to get through that. But ask for help. Ask for someone who can help you. Your professors can help. They're also human beings. You can go and tell your problem. They will be able to help you. Don't worry that you are alone. If at any moment you think you're not able to do it, I mean, ask your friends, ask your seniors about it. But don't go to those people who are going to make fun. But I'm telling you, you have many resources which are available. You have good books. I just don't want you to go and start searching everything and everywhere. I mean, it won't help. Stick to your textbooks. Stick to the notes, first of all. Slides which they are going to teach you. Write them. Don't just read them, right? It won't help. So write them. Have a habit of writing. And once you have good hold in first semester, you will understand all the bypasses. You will understand how to go through the place very easily. And this is true for any good college, right? So have a firm footing in first semester. Do very well. And all of you can do it. So prepare very well. Do very well. And nothing is difficult enough. Your professors are there to help you. If you get a problem, go to them. Even if you have any issue like you're not able to get something, they will be able to help you. How to think about the problem, right? So go to them. They will help you out. Yeah. Chaliye. Thank you very much. I hope this was useful to you. Thank you, beta.